Okay, hi everyone. Hi. This is Janet on BTRJ, meaning being the real Janet. This is not a planned vlog, but I really need to say this. It's okay. It relates to what I was talking about yesterday. Okay, now anyone who has stumbled upon this channel, thank you so much. Consider subscribing and please share. It will be a lesson to every young girl coming up, every young girl in a relationship, everyone married, and everyone wanting to know more about how marriages can be exhausting. Okay, those of you who listen to me, you would know that I am divorced, okay, from my ex-husband. But this man has been playing some mental torturing games. When we got married, we had 3 properties together, okay? The first one, which we lived in, yes, we acquired it just when I started working in the United Kingdom. That was in September 2024. That was when that property was bought. And then after I gave birth to my second daughter, because my son, who is the first, and my daughter were quite close together, and I suffered a bit during pregnancy. I had pelvic disproportion, I had back pain, issues so much, so I knew that I wasn't going to go back to work full time. So I brought up this idea that let's get a property together, rent it out, so we can gain extra income. Obviously we had become 4. Okay, so he was managing this property, though I was the principal loan applicator due to credit checks. He managed it. Obviously my hands were full with 2 youngsters. We were supposed to be going into business with my late sister's husband, a gentleman called Donald. For some reason the business fell through. I'm yet to be briefed about what actually happened. If he has spoken with my husband, I do not know. My ex-husband, I do not know about it, because he called once asking to speak with him after the business he had actually told us that had fallen through. Now we are divorced. Actually, we've been separated. We've been separated for quite some time. So I would say, in total, to me, in my mind, I would tell you, we've been divorced nearly 5 years. Okay, but the certificate came 2003, May 2003, thereabout. This guy, this ex-husband of mine, actually he's a mental health nurse by profession. So these people, they are very good when it comes to mental games, because they feel that is how to gain information from patients. Before the marriage broke off, he started behaving inappropriately. That was after he had gone to the village to bury his dad and come back. His behavior kind of changed, but I did not read so much into it. A few times I spoke with my mom about it, but African parents, they will tell you, oh, somebody who can speak in tongues and pray wouldn't do anything like that. And marriages come with challenges, so just bear with him. But the thing is that I made a mistake. The very first week I came into this country, 2003, as a married woman, that night, or no, that week, Whilst I was asleep, he told me he was working on the lounge where we stayed, but I heard voices. I heard chats. I just brushed it as probably he was speaking with the manager. That was getting to midnight. Then it happened again the following day. This time I got out of bed and asked him who he was talking to. He was bold enough to tell me that he was speaking with his ex-girlfriend. See how foolish I am to stay in this marriage for about 20 years? Now, to cut a long story short, we have moved to, actually I knew I was going to divorce him. And when he started behaving inappropriately, I even told some of his colleagues about it. They said nothing to me because to them I have been unfaithful and I am looking for an excuse, but there is more to it. He was even ill and would not see a doctor. One time he actually told me he is a man and he can do whatever he wanted. Now, this property that is now a rented property, actually the one I actually led to buy, he took the larger money, share of the money, okay? He took it. And one time I was traveling and I asked for the card on which the rental money goes into, because in case I got short, I needed some money because I knew I was going to deal with some paperwork. Can you imagine? This man was brave enough, so heartless, gave me a card with nothing in the account. Nothing. I got to my destination. Some few days for me to return, I needed to buy some document. I went to the bank. I didn't go alone. I went with someone. Wanted to cash money. I couldn't get it. There was nothing in the account. Basically, leave and then be free. Before I even left, things happened. But honestly, and some I told the police about. Instead of them towing those lines and investigate, they took another line. Anyway, so now there is another rental property. He got the keys and gave to the tenants in the house. When it was due for the mortgage to be fixed, I sent letters, emails, text messages about fixing the mortgage. When I was having problem with the tenants, he wouldn't have anything to do with it because he said he had washed his hands off. Right. Me being so foolish enough, I could have spoken with the mortgage people and changed everything or details on the mortgage property and then just leave my name. But upon second thoughts, I decided let me just go the right way. Now, I have been trying, because he wasn't communicating, I have been trying to get this mortgage fixed. Not knowing he had actually put in a term without informing me. Here am I wanting some money because I want out of the property. I just do not want anything to do with him again. He is not he's not budging. He's not answered any of my email, replied any of my emails, and he hasn't replied my text messages because to him I am rude. Honestly, ladies, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Here you are, you don't have that much to feed yourself because of musculoskeletal issue, which he has contributed to, and you are still waiting on the NHS for treatment to be back at work. What would you do if you were in my shoes? You speak with lawyers, those no fee lawyers do not want anything to do with this case. It means you will have to pay a solicitor to deal with your situation. If you were me, what would you do? Sorry for the darkness. Honestly, the heat is way too much. So I'm not using lights. I'm just using the lights from the window. What would you do if you were me? I think I have been patient enough. There are things I do not want to say on this medium. Things I do not want to say at all, because I have been trying to let my marriage work. Okay? And the unfortunate thing is that you speak with relatives back home who you think will actually do something. All they say is that be patient, it will be alright, do not worry. It will be alright, do not worry, it will be alright. This one has acted inappropriately. Someone could be struck off if that person had, because it is missing, and they think he is a mental health nurse, knows more. They are not investigating towards those lines. I'm talking about safeguarding issues. And this I reported to the police the very first time it happened. And he told his friends about it. Because they want something. They want something. My property, and you want to keep your dignity. You call yourself mental health nurses and you steal from your patients? Honestly, I said I was going to keep quiet on this. I wasn't going to make so much about it, but I need information. I'm not getting no information. So this is the only way to let the world know what is actually going on. This is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. If it's some kind of juju or voodoo or whatever, I do not know. It's so unacceptable. Anyway, please, ladies out there, any man who is concerned about welfare of women and children, please share this information, comment and like if you think it's worth to do so. Till I come your way again, keep looking after yourself, be healthy, and I've messed up my words, and be kind. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.